Hey guys, I'm Jack Punkington. I'm with Vexed Venue. And do you have new music coming up? Maybe a single, maybe a whole album? Are you launching a new merch line that you really want to get out to your fans? Maybe you've got a big festival or a show coming up that you want to get people to. Or maybe you're on the other end of the spectrum. Maybe you're just starting out. Maybe you're looking to join a band or looking to start something. But you don't know what to do. You don't know who to talk to. You don't know how to get the word out. Well, that's where we come in. Go ahead, record a 30-second to a minute long video on of your whatever you need and what you're looking for of an ad and send it to us. We'd love to check it out. We'll play it before our podcast so that way we can help you reach the right people because we're all about helping the community here. So again, send us a 30-second to maybe about a minute at most, keep it a little under, ad of what you need. We'll get it out there.
She's 4'11", but her caffeine intake says 6'4". Kenzie, middays on 106.3 The Core. She could probably bench press a coffee machine.
Hey, what's up? It's your boys from Lost Grip, and you're listening to the Vexed Live Music Podcast.
Hey guys, Ashton Hollick here, vocalist for Abigail's Asylum, and I am here to let you know that we have a brand new single about to release on May 3rd. So wherever you listen to music, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, make sure you go and check it out for the brand new single from Abigail's Asylum, Sanctus Mendax. We'll see you May 3rd, and keep tuning in to the Vexed Venue podcast. We love it here.
The only guys who can have a beer for breakfast at work and not get fired. The David Mahoney Show, weekdays and Saturdays, 5 to 10 on 106.3 The Core. Thanks to Paintball on Bay Road, more than a body shop. Watch them run like no such life. No such life. Give back your decade, the taken back and back to light of night. Watch them run. Watch them run.
Hey guys, I'm Jack Punkington, the host of Vexed Venue's Rig Review podcast. Do you got some gear that you really want to show off? Maybe you have a story behind this guitar that's been passed down by generation in your family. Maybe you found this really cool snare drum on the side of the road and it's got a sick sound and story behind it. Maybe you bought a cursed clarinet from a jazz club down in Nolens and you don't know what to do, but you want to show it off. Well, that's what I'm here for. Go ahead, submit your gear. I will rate and review it. I'd love to hear the stories behind your equipment. I would love to check it out. And not only that, I'm going to have people on my podcast where I will interview them about their stories with their equipment, what they bring on the road, something that really means to them, stuff that they're looking to get, stuff that they're looking to prove with their equipment, and just honestly share and show off what they've got. Maybe you need some tips. Maybe you don't know where to start when you're looking to get into having some nicer end equipment. Does a speaker really matter out of a cab? Do I really need to get a set of Seymour Duncan pickups? Heck, does the reed matter in my saxophone at all? Does it matter what brand? Well, guess what? Tune into the podcast. I will happily answer these questions for you, along with many more. It's Monday nights, 8 p.m. Submit your gear, tune in, listen to the awesome interviews, check out some tips, because you might learn something, or you might have some knowledge to pass on to me so I can pass it on to others. Again, Monday night, 8 p.m. Tune in. Peace, everybody.
We are Fall to the People, and you're tuning in to the Vexed Podcast.
This man's only addiction is to live concerts. Ugh, too bad it wasn't something cheaper. Like cocaine.
What?
Afternoons with Meatball on 106.3 The Core. At least concert merch doesn't require bail money.
Hey guys, this is Jack Punkington, guitar player of A Proper Axe. Please tune in to the Vexed Venue podcast to hear awesome interviews and music for local bands. Good evening, everybody. It is Monday, and that means it's time for the Rig Review podcast. We actually have a special edition today. There's not going to be any beginner tips. We're not doing any of that today. I went out on location to this band. I went out to War on the Horizons jam space. I got to hang out with them for a couple hours. Super great people. And I recorded kind of like an old-fashioned Gear Gods rig rundown. It's very new. It's something that I would like to do again for other bands. So if you want me to come out to your jam space and we'll record a rig rundown kind of thing, let me know. Yes, good evening. Hello. It is Monday. It's time to cure the Monday blues. Today wasn't too bad for me, although it's ungodly hot in my studio right now. So we are going to actually have a little special video play, and I am actually going to be joined today by Matt here from War on the Horizon. Hi, Matt. How you doing?
Average. Yourself?
About the same. Trying not to die of sweat.
Yeah, I just got out of work myself. I'm pretty warm in here.
Well, today we have a pretty cool little thing, and it was actually Matt's idea. And I thought, let's try it. It'd be a lot of fun to go and do this. So we're going to play the video. We'll pause, talk, got any commentary and stuff, and we'll do like a little interview section and stuff. So I hope you all enjoy this video. It's a little long, but it's a lot of fun, and it was really cool to hear a lot of Matt and the rest of the band stories.
It's mostly me, just jabbering. Sorry.
Oh, it was fun. And if you want to follow along with the video, if we have any issues, here's the link to the video. You can go click on it and follow along as well.
Why can't we all just get along? All just get along.
We're missing a couple members.
That's okay. The core members are there. The rhythm section and the flavor section.
Hey guys, it's Jack Punkington here on location at War on Horizons. We're doing their rig review in person. I am here with
Matt
of War on the Horizon. Why don't you go ahead and just do me a favor and give me a quick rundown of what you're mainly using on stage and what you're mainly using for recording with the band.
So on stage, with my personal stuff, is my TE200 LTD, which is basically the cheaper version of what Andy uses. And so when we play on stage, I bought this literally because Andy has the $900 version of this.
You get the 1000.
Yeah, that's probably what 900 to 1,000, whatever it is. It's got decent ESP pickups in it. They come stock or whatever. I like it. Then I got my Shure wireless, the GLX D16. It's on my board, kind of like the industry standard for wirelesses. And this is my main guitar. This is one of my PRSs. This is a McCarty PRS SE custom. This was my go-to before I got that.
How beautiful that guitar is.
I mean, not better, but it's just a different feel.
Yeah.
So this is that one. This is my custom shop Epiphone SG. It's got actually this guitar. Every single one of these 4 guitars, except for this one, because I just kept the same pickup in it.
Right.
All have Seymour Duncan Invaders at the bridge, and jazz at the neck.
Okay.
So
That was
all
such an
wired
interesting
exactly the same.
combination for your
They all
pickup.
have this guitar, this
I
guitar,
thought
and this
that was a
guitar.
really
and
interesting
two guitars
conversation
at
for your
home all
pickups.
have the exact same pickups,
Just because
potentiometers, and wiring.
you don't usually see that
Because I want all
combination
of them
with
to have
an
the
Invader
exact same
and a
stuff,
Jazz.
then
It's
it would all
usually
sound
like a
different
JB.
because
So I thought it was
Right.
kind of cool.
improve the tone would.
I knew that most of these
Anyway.
guitars needed to have a
But
little
I
bit of a
love
punch
this
in the
guitar.
clean
It's so
tone
much fun
end.
to play.
And
But
even though I forget to switch to that pickup a lot when I'm playing clean tone, it is a very punchy pickup.
There's a really cheap way to actually fix that.
I don't mind it.
Okay.
It's okay. The way I have my strap positioned is like that. This guitar here that's on the very end that I don't care that falls off the stand is a F200 LTE LTD. Also pink Invader,
Nice.
pink Jazz. And this is really fun to play too. I played this through the entire downseat era for my last band. This guitar is fairly old. When I was the guitar player before or after I was just the singer. Nate played this when I was the singer, and then I bought it from him for like $100 or something. So as you can see, the downseat D.
That's cool.
I thought that was a really cool band
Shout out to
symbol.
Nate
You had.
Cup. And then this
Cool what?
guitar
Band
is
symbol.
from 1996. It was
yeah.
the first
Put a
series
lot
of
of work into
Mexican Stratocasters, the Mexican version of Stratocasters, the very first series. It was like a $200 guitar back in 1996.
I'm getting hardcore Smashing Pumpkins vibes with
Yeah,
the stickers
I
and
went
stuff,
crazy
yeah.
with this thing. All these Killshot was a band that we used to play with, grow up with. Radio X before Tony went to Banana. Jetta Red, one of my favorite bands to watch. I still listen to them every day. Downseed, my old band, Eyes of Dominance, 40 Below Summer, who we're going to be playing with on August 14th at the Machine Shop. They're coming back for the 25th.
You should pull that guitar out for that show.
One of the two. We're playing with both those bands. 40 Below Summer, they're on there. Left, Mercury Trigger. Summer's Dead, one of my other favorite bands we used to play with. Devil Driver. Anyway, but this guitar is really old. Also, this has an Invader and this has a Cool Rails, which is a stacked humbucker. And I used to really love that guitar. I mean, I still do, but anyway, the pedal board is I got a quad Cortex that is automated through Reaper, so all my changes are done automatically. I run a Hotone volume pedal. It's very simple. I have a Helix HX Stomp that I run for just effects. I have like a compression and some other things that I run. And then I have an Ampero switch that gives me a fourth and a fifth foot switch for the Helix. And then I have an HX1 for all my extra weird shit. I can swear on this, right?
Yeah.
All my extra weird shit. Fuck. And then I have another Ampero switch that just will bank this up and down to the different banks. So if I need one effect that's really weird, which I haven't put anything like that in any songs, then I will
just pull out.
I can pull it right there. Yep. And I can just hit it here because I have like a what is it called? TD300 synth in there.
Okay.
Where you can just put in a single note and then manipulate it, whatever. And then I can manipulate all of it with this volume if I have it set to the right block. But I don't do any of that stuff yet. But I can through the quad Cortex. And I plan to also control this and this. Well, not this, but this as well with my Helix or with my Reaper program for in our backing tracks. I plan to control this as well. But for right now, I just leave the compressor on all the time.
Yeah,
I need to get a compressor for my board.
This is turned
really
off when the distortion's on, but turned on when the light gains are on, so that it picks up these effects. So I don't use any. This doesn't react when I'm on the heavy gain or the lo-fi.
Okay.
So, which is neat. It's fun. I have it really super dialed in. I just got this Temple Audio board. It's the Trio 28, which is a beautiful board. I got the XLR input. I have the 4X mod for my inputs as well. I can plug it into the number one channel, and it'll if I plug a plug into my number one channel, it deactivates my wireless automatically.
Oh,
With a switching
cool.
system in there, which is kind of cool. So if something happens, and I can just quickly. I mean, I can also plug it just right in here.
Right.
So if I plug it into there, it deactivates the wireless, so I don't have to worry about it, and then I can just keep playing or whatever. And then that's pretty much it for my rig. We use Phoenix Pro in-ears. I do, at least. The rest of the band uses some CAD stuff. And then I use Waves actual in-ears for my in-ears.
Nice.
Which are neat. They're custom molded to my ears, and they're kind of fun. They're pretty cheap, a few $100s.
That's not bad. All right, I gotta ask, what's the Altoids container on your pedal board?
Oh, Altoids. As
You know what it
every guitar
was.
player knows, they have that fixed.
Yep, you hold
I had
it.
a feeling, but I wasn't
That's
sure.
how that goes. And it doesn't come open because I've bent it very meticulously so that it never flops open because
Right.
I've lost hundreds of picks
Yeah.
with that stupid thing. So,
I keep them in my
yeah,
wristbands.
that's it for my rig.
In your wristbands?
Yeah.
Well, technically, this is my rig too.
Yeah,
So
I should
this,
think about that too.
this is an
I wear enough
SM58
wristbands, that's
beta.
for sure.
My favorite mic of all time. I've always, when I was in the old days when you were a poor musician,
Yeah.
I always wanted a beta. I always had a 58, but I always wanted a beta. Finally got one.
Ain't nobody got
and
no
I just
beta
pick holder.
58s back then.
Madison also uses a 58 beta, and Tyler uses a.
Honestly, that was the first
Something
time
else, I
I've
don't
ever
remember
heard of
how
that
much
mic
it's
when I
But anyway,
was
we
over
use
at
the betas
your
'cause they're
spot.
the
I was
best
like,
in my
I've never
opinion,
heard of the beta.
for live purposes.
You never heard of the
This
Beta 58?
No,
This is a
I've
microphone
heard of the
that I
58, but
bought
not the
from a
beta.
gentleman
Yeah, they're
out of
they're
the
by
back
far
of
better
a
than a
guitar
regular
center
58.
in Kansas City, Missouri, when I was traveling for my job.
I got a duffel bag full of regular
was out there
58s.
living.
I don't use.
Went to Guitar
Yeah.
Center. He goes, "Hey man,
I might have
it's
to
like
look
drug
into
dealer.
getting a.
Hey man,
getting one
looking
just
for
to
a
try it
lo-fi
out."
mic? 'Cause I was asking about
I got
silver
both
bullet
of
or
those
green bullet,
mics for
Right.
like
for like that the effect.
120 bucks.
Can like that.
They were
That's
like
not
on
bad.
super sale somewhere. I remember where I got them at.
He's
So
like, I got something for you. I'm like, well, how much? He's like, $50. And he's like, you gotta keep quiet though.
Keep it
And
quiet.
I'm like, okay. So we go out back, and he's like, he plugs it in, and it literally plugs in with a guitar cable, and in a an XLR on the other end, but it's a quarter
this
inch.
part's funny.
This is just a phone receiver from an actual phone
Wow.
inside of an Olive Garden cheese shaker. And
And just like that, we've
I don't
ruined
know.
his
Anyway,
business because we've
gives
told
you this-
everyone how to make
this effect
these
like
now.
And,
Just like that, he's
I wonder
under.
if you could pick it up on the. I'll probably pick it up if I turn it up. It gives you a really cool effect.
That's actually one of my favorite effects for vocals. Wow.
And then this is just a standard, whatever. But it's kind of neat, and it sounds like crap unless it's really turned up loud.
Right.
But I love it. I love it. It's like my favorite thing. I can't play a show without this because all of my backup screams. Because Tyler's an amazing screamer.
Right.
I'm an average screamer at best. Because mostly because I
You're a
kind of
better
save my
screamer
voice
than
for my
I am.
voice. So I will.
I appreciate
I'll
that.
scream into this, and it gives me the extra distortion.
Right. I love the whole like story behind it, like stuff
It's-
like that. It's just
It was like a drug deal. It's like a mic drug deal.
Microphone drug deal on
Hey,
the back of a
man.
guitar
And he was-
center.
the guy wasn't like that as skeezy as I was making him, but he was just like,
Pulls out a trench
because he was
he's got a
working there,
trench coat
dude.
on.
He was like
Yeah.
working
Pulls
there.
out a trench coat.
You want a mic like that? I sell them. I make them. You want one? I'm like $50. I'm like, yeah. I gave him $50 cash. He handed it to me. I've never looked back. But this thing is so much fun. Except for the only problem is my beard.
It gets
Gets
stuck
caught
in there.
And I'll be like singing, and I'll be like, oh fuck! And I scream out on the mic, it's just because it hurts, dude. It hurts so bad.
Right.
Then beard hairs pull out, but
It does
I need to
hurt.
smack the mic, by the way.
Yeah, I bet. Because you have to be like right up to the
so
mic,
that's-
don't you?
That's
I
this
gotta keep
board.
that shit trimmed.
And that's most of the stuff. My my wristbands that I've been wearing for 25 years. That I've worn literally every show I've ever played. And they probably stink terrible. But yeah. The old James Hetfield on the right, and the Matt Heafy on the left.
I
This
need
is
to
what they-
listen to more
so
Trivium.
it works good because I sweat like a whore in church.
Right.
And this, the fret hand, you got to have, clean. And then this is good for so that you don't get your wrist rubbed on the body of the guitar when you're sweating so bad.
Right.
Because I just sweat so terrible. Anyway, yeah, I can't think of anything else. That's our live rig, or not our live rig. That's our when we stream.
Right.
Our internet's down right now. Dan's rebuilding our internet right now. Like not as I speak, he's at Taco Bell, but yeah. But that's this.
That's cool. I love, like, first off, I love your Epiphone. I think it's sick. Because I can only think of like 2 guitar players that use white Epiphone or
Yeah,
white
I got
SGs.
it. I got a cream one for a reason. I wanted it to
Yeah.
be cream. I didn't want it to be like white,
Right.
and I got it, and it's.
I still
it's so
love
much
that
fun, but you
neon
can
green
feel how
Invader
heavy that
too.
Oh
is.
yeah,
That's
it's
so sick.
it honestly
Yeah,
that's
I
a
bought
good
the,
way to it.
Yeah. It's
Especially
really,
for an SG.
it's really fun, and I didn't need a real SG, you know what I
Right.
mean? But that's still a $400
Nobody needs
guitar.
a
It
real
wasn't, it wasn't cheap. I
Yeah.
got it on a good deal.
The G400s, in my opinion, are if you're like looking to start for like an intermediate guitar, you've got like your bullet, your cheap bullet Squire Strat, and you want to try something different, the Epiphone G400s and even the more modern version now, where I think it's just called like the Epiphone Standard or like the Epiphone Traditional, they're very solid intermediate guitars.
By the way, I
owned
totally
one.
did not go
They
look
are
for an
great. And
Epiphone
they give you
SG400
that
when I got home
SG
that
feel
night.
without you having to break the bank and either going with the
I totally did
custom
not
or
go look
even
for an
going further.
Epiphone SG400 when I got home that night.
I
I was like, man, you know
And then
what?
I
I
was
bet
on-
I
I
could
think
get
it
one
was
for
on,
a couple $100
I think it
bucks.
was Marketplace.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Reboot, one of the two. And I saw it, and it was the perfect cream color or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta have it. And he wanted I think
Is
I
the
only paid
singer's name
$330 for
Chris?
it with the case.
Right.
And it's got an actual SG, a real Gibson SG case. So I was like, yeah, dude, I can't.
Yeah.
Sure. And I
No,
get
I
300
mean,
cash a day. You know?
I definitely,
So-
same here. I would not turn that down
Yeah.
one bit.
I do not play it that often, to be honest with you. Like, I will use that guitar the whole show, usually. I don't really have to really change guitars. I don't beat on my strings that much, and I don't really break strings, knock on wood. But
Now your next show, you're going to break a string
and that's
straight.
as long as it's not the machine shop. No, but yeah. So like with like, I don't know. Like I would really love to like play guitars more, but like when we only get 30-minute sets mostly.
Yeah,
And I don't want to have too much time in between songs, and we're currently still working on putting stuff in between our songs,
Right.
like music and stuff so we don't have to, we can tune or whatever, and there's like something interesting at least to grab the user. or
How
the
often
listener.
between
So we're working
songs
on
do
that
you
kind
have
of
to
stuff,
tune?
and well, like I said, we've only played. We've only been around since technically February, so we haven't been around that
it
long. We're
depends.
still working on getting there.
Those tuners are
Which
pretty
is
good.
it's
Poop in a group.
So maybe like
crazy to think because like I
once
still
or twice a
remember
set. I
when
try to keep it as minimum as
Billy,
possible.
whenever the crack-
Same.
We're currently putting a lot of effort into music in between our tracks, just so 30 seconds maybe, just
Right.
so that we have time to tune to where if we don't have anything to say, at least it'll be a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. A lot of bands are doing that now these days. I think it's really cool when bands have something like that.
Right. And it was just like, I've been doing this for so long, I know exactly how to do it now. And to get it to where we're on it, and I didn't want to jump into like playing shows without words. I used to play shows, we didn't have verse parts for the songs, or we just got a new song. Oh, let's play it at the show. No.
Just straight run it. We'll figure it out on the show.
So we
Oh
literally
God, I remember
waited
those
3
days.
years of practicing.
We just
I
wrote
built
a
the
song. We
lyrics
don't got any
for
words,
the
but
show.
we're
We had
gonna
all
sing
this
it anyway.
done before we played it for show. So I knew exactly
The song's
what I
called
wanted,
Master Exploder. I just wrote it 5 minutes ago.
It's not like
5
this is,
seconds ago,
Warren
yeah.
Horizon's a Matt McConnell side project,
Right.
whatever, solo project, but it's like, I run the show. So, anywho,
Now, what tuning do you guys play in?
These are all the rest of my shitty
we play in
guitars.
drop C.
Okay.
Just
they're
drop,
not shitty.
straight
They look
drop C,
awesome.
not C sharp or nothing, drop C. So. And it's a great tuning for my voice. It's not the best tuning in the world for Madison's voice, but she joined the band
Yeah.
after our first singer left.
Ooh, Squire
years
Bullet
ago.
or
And so, like,
Squire,
we're
no,
not
it's
going to
Squire,
tuning, but I do have a 7-string, and Andy and I were talking about
HH
Because he
series
can-
was a
on the
special
chords
series
that
that came
can
out with.
change
There was
all
this one
tunes
and a black
Right.
one.
Nice.
And I
so
love that orange.
he does
bro.
that now. He
Like,
plays it.
I bought it for the orange. It's only $200 guitar. I bought it because it was this color orange.
I like the matching headstock.
Yeah, we play.
Yeah, it's rad. I wanted it for years.
We're, I'm considering playing some heavier stuff because, if we're gonna write more songs, focus on Maddie, so she can kind of sing and flow over more. A lower tuning is always good for that because then she
Right.
can hit really high notes and it sounds like she's singing. It's crazy,
Plus, with the advantage of the quad cortex, like you were saying, you can just drop
I
it straight
don't
there.
take
You don't have
advantage
to go
of that.
through, reset up a guitar, and have all right, this guitar is drop C, this guitar is drop A. It's like, oh, nope, button,
Yep.
boom.
Yep, and I don't even technically have to push a button. It's all automated, and so it'll switch. I only use this one preset right now because I can do everything with this one preset. But eventually, if we get into stuff like that, then I'll automate it, and it'll literally switch presets for me too, not just scenes or groups or whatever. So this thing is the most amazing thing I've ever bought. Because I played that first, and then I bought a big Helix,
Right.
and then I went to this, and when Andy came with the first day with that, I'm like, I gotta have one. So I bought one the next day, literally 2 days later. So, but yeah, I can't say enough good things about this. I'm gonna buy a mini here pretty soon for my home studio
Right.
because I'm tired of just not having
Like
to take
this
it back
boy?
and forth. I'm just gonna do
Oh, I've been wanting
Now,
one of those
what
so
are
bad.
the amps
Is
that
that-
you have
yeah,
programmed
it's-
in here, like the
This
sound.
thing is rad. I got this in tune
You
to
have,
drop area
like,
now.
oh, I'm
Is that
going
the
for-
sandblasted
like,
one?
when I was listening to your guys' music,
No, it actually has.
I was
it's
getting
texture.
very like
It's like
American sounding on
special-
most of the songs, very like
like
Mesa.
By the way, that's wildly impressive.
They did
Yeah.
a limited run of.
Yeah.
That's
I
amazing.
love this guitar.
That's
Really
cool.
impressed by that. And he thought that was the coolest thing because we play Gojira.
Okay.
The Gojira presets, which are all that stuff you name, which is a mix of some of those amps.
Cheap 7-string that I got.
And it's
It's fun though. I only got it for $200.
or
Nice.
6505.
The Demon Series C7
and 5150
Diamond
driven.
Series.
Right.
That's what most of my stuff is. Is I run the Andy also runs the clean and dirty.
Right.
And then I just modify
My Gretsch. My
clean it a little bit. Let's see. Yeah. So this is Gojira Hot,
what is that called?
and then
335.
I have,
My Gretsch Streamlighter 335.
let's see,
Okay.
Gojira Clean. Yeah, that's all I have. I mean, but they're so nice. They're so nice sounding.
Am I still talking? My God.
Clean is just beautiful. Has a lot of punch. I use this just to punch it up a little bit.
It was about a half hour.
And that might be the little bit of anyway I heard in the speakers when I think about it. But it doesn't show up live, obviously. So, but because there's no matter what you do, there's a clean tone does not punch through unless it's screaming loud live.
Yeah, you got to have that headroom to really get the
Yeah.
clean tone through.
In this tube compressor from my Helix, it's the best. Helix makes the best effects. Period, hands down. Like there's no question. Like Quad Cortex is great and they have a lot of cool stuff, but Helix just effects are just so good, so good. And so I can't ever complain about those.
I always think it's really funny when we look at Line 6 and how they've evolved so much. Because if you go back to, I mean, everyone's owned a Line 6 Spider. You know?
I never did.
Okay.
But-
Well, a lot of guitar players in their life have owned the Line 6 Spider 2, which was the pinnacle of bad guitar tone for the early 2000s.
Mostly the millennial generation.
Yeah, most
yeah,
of that generation.
That wasn't around. I keep tapping on my guitar.
It's okay.
I wasn't. I'm Gen X, so I was straight.
So you got the Gorilla amp.
I used my very first rig was it was a PV musician head, which is basically like a bass / guitar head.
Yeah,
It's
one
a
of the
big clumpy gray and black head, and then I used it was a bass cabinet loaded with guitar speakers.
Okay.
412 is this huge monster cabinet. Also, it came with that. It was a PV. It was basically a bass cabinet. And then I had a Marshall 1968 that sat on top of that. So I ran two 412 stacks. And then I ran.
I
the
can't
only
even
thing I had
imagine
was
how
a
loud that
MP1
would be.
distortion processor.
It was.
And it had a clean tone
It
channel
was,
and all that other stuff. But I
irrational.
literally just ran the gain channel when I was in the.
That's the only thing I can think about saying is.
And I would just mess with my
Yeah.
volume control to go to a clean tone.
Yeah.
So on the fly, I also had 16 pedals on my board and a wah, and I was singing rap in that band too. So I'm playing guitar, singing and rapping, and I'm messing with my volume.
The most amount of footwork ever.
because I could not find a switching system for that stupid MP1 distortion processor.
Right.
And I went to one show one time and I saw a guy that had one, the exact one I needed, and I was a poor musician, I couldn't afford it.
Right.
So we played just crap gear, you know what I mean? And that was my very first thing. But eventually, I think it was 2003. I sold a power amp and in an actual real Les Paul Studio I had that I snapped the neck off of twice. I got it fixed and sold it with this amp I had. It was a Mackie. I traded that in and gave him like $300 for a PV Triple X.
Oh, those are
Which-
fantastic.
One of the
amps.
best Class AB tube amps I've
Yeah,
ever
right.
heard.
That
It
was
just-
my first tube head.
yeah, it was amazing, and as you know, and so I had 6L6s in it. Some people put EL34s in for that Marshall. Yeah, I don't like that, but I had the standard 6L6s. But I put the starts with an E80 Edison. I don't know.
Okay.
A special class 12AX7 tube in it. A Russian. It was like a Sobtech
they're so
clone.
grindy.
Yeah, but it was like super gainy. And so my gain was like 4 on that head all the time, 3 or 4 tops.
Wow.
And it was beautiful and had beautiful saturation. I love it. I literally just sold it not even a year ago in lieu of getting this. And I had that, and I played that Marshall 1968 that I had, a slant cab, for years. And it just, and then I eventually got a 5150 cab. But the long and short of it is that Triple X was my baby for years. And I had a Soldano. I had a slow 100.
Oh, God,
When I was traveling for respiratory, I was making like $6,000 a week during COVID. And so I bought a fucking $4,000 Soldano. And I never played it one time.
That's what
I
you
mean,
do.
I played
You
it,
buy
but I didn't play it.
$4,000 Soldano.
Right.
I was in an abandoned
Hell
time.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And before this band, I hadn't played since 2012. And so, so I had that
That's why I don't know
Soldano.
how to do
And I
anything
had
anymore.
matching 4x12 Tiger cabs, which are also $2,800 a piece.
Right.
And I got hard up for money after I stopped traveling. I sold it all. I also didn't need it.
Right.
Who needs that much stuff?
Yeah. Who need like?
Yeah. But it was, oh my God, my goal in life was getting a slow 100. That was like worth every penny. Worth every penny. That is the best sounding amp I've ever heard in my life. And I loved it and I miss it, but I have this now.
Yeah.
I don't need an amp. I have what I don't have here is these things right here. These Alesis, like these drum, you can't really see them, but it's off camera, but it's basically like a 1x8 2,000 watt power amp. Those are 2,000 watts because those came with Dan's drum kit. But it's a head rush. It's a 1x8 head rush. It's a 2,000 watt, little power amp, and that usually sits right here in front of me, and then I output to that as well, and so that's just my tone, and then everything else goes to front of house or my in-ears or whatever. But I love that thing, and that's all I need. And it is loud as hell, and it has good tone and stuff. And but with in-ears, I don't even barely use a monitor. You know what I mean? So I don't have it here right now. It's at my house, but I got a lot of gear. So, or at least had a lot of gear.
Right. No, I get it. I got to ask because I have a theory, and so far, one person has proven this wrong out of everyone I've asked. At one point in your life, have you owned a crate amp?
Yep.
Okay.
It was my very first real amp before I was in a band.
Okay.
It was a 212 crate. It was like a CT 412R, something like that.
Right.
But it was a heavy fucking amp. Oh my God. It was about this big. It was super, super heavy. And I was playing in I was technically, we were all just friends jamming. We didn't play shows or nothing, but I was in a band called Pickle, actually. And then I was the electric guitar player, and the other two guys played acoustic guitar, and then there was a drummer. We didn't have a bass player. And we just played songs we made up, whatever. It was kind of like a heavy Goo Goo Dolls.
Nice.
You know heavy Gin Blossoms.
Yeah.
And it was fun, and I used that amp for most of that. And I had this green, I still have it. It's on my wall at home, Series 10. And it's bright green. It's awesome.
Nice.
And I got a Bill Lawrence pickup in the original
OG
Dimebag pickup. Yeah. And I have a Bill Lawrence, and that thing just screams and hisses and sounds terrible. It
actually looks sick. I'm not going to lie.
It's been through a war. It's been
the old Bill Lawrence.
Wow.
It's not even worth $100 probably.
Yeah, I was saying, like, Series 10s are...
It was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Solid laminated
guitars.
body.
Yeah.
Not even a solid body.
Piece of shit.
But I had so much fun with that guitar. So I've had a lot of guitars. I've had 4 guitars stolen. 4 or 5. I've had 2 entire pedal boards stolen on tour. I've had 412 cabs stolen on tour.
Who steals a 412? Like,
I don't know.
Like a 112
really
like head, I get.
Yeah.
But like you carrying a big ass 412.
I mean, like,
who steals that?
When I don't know. It was crazy. So I got it back. I got one of them back. But the other one was gone. It was a crate, Blue Voodoo 412 that I was it was like I was running on stereo.
Okay.
And I actually left
412.
At a buddy's house. And
Such a good 412.
But it wasn't like that wasn't a
tour. The Blue Voodoo.
Yeah. But I got the boards are still on tour. The guitars are still on tour. Right? And we had like roadies with us in Downstate, and they just came in the building and started coming in and drinking after we loaded out. And all of our stuff's still outside. I'm like, okay. I go out there and my board's gone, and I had like 15 pedals on it, dude. It was crazy. So it was just like, it wasn't even my board. I wasn't even playing guitar in that band. It was my board, but somebody else was playing it.
Right.
So, but anywho, yeah, lots of stuff. And at home, I have another board that I made that has 19 pedals on it, 19 or 20 pedals on it. And I have some stuck to it that are just accessory pedals that I'm not using. It's like my studio at home board, because my only 2 modeling amps are here. I'm using them in here, but I used to use the Helix at home on that board. Then I had this way. I had actually good sounding rig, and then I run the pedals into the effects loop. But now, since I'm using this for effects only, so I can save USB on my quad, I have like this home built.
That's
insane.
That is another story for another day.
This
board has so many
pedals.
pedals.
That pedal I was telling you about that has the
15 pedals that are actually running and all hooked together, and effects loops and AV switches and stuff. It's fun. You should see it. It's really fun.
So much
but it's
fun.
all analog.
Fun
The
board.
board is analog. There's nothing digital other than my Sentry noise gate, which is technically digital.
That's insane, but
that
that's
is
really
such a fun
cool.
board. I'll show you pictures of it later.
I was
It's
going
fun,
to say, like,
but
I can't imagine
you can
the
experiment
amount of,
a lot.
power and buffer.
Yeah, I
Through that
bet.
thing to get it not lose signal.
one Strymon Zuma.
What I like
That's
about
it.
it is
That's all. Because
do
I
effects,
run it into
like
one of
quickly,
the boss pedals that has
something
the jumpers.
to get a flavor for something.
okay.
You know what I mean?
I run all my
Right.
low keys.
Without having to like delve into your quad cortex and chain setting, you can just dial knobs. as fast as you can
Yeah.
do it. You know what I mean?
Based on my actual thing. So then I run good power to all the important stuff. And then the distortion pedal I have is just a custom built, custom built by. Oh God, I can't remember the name of the company, but it's just some dude that I knew, and he built me a Rev G4 into it. The middle is a clean boost. It's a
Like a tube screamer?
no, it's like a boost. It's a boost pedal. It's white. It's
A micro amp.
No, it's like a. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's like not exotic, but it's like one of those just a single boost pedal. It's a button, one button and a knob.
Yep.
That's in the middle, and that's awesome. And then on the left, he has a perfect copy of a Klon.
Oh, sick.
Centaur. Yeah. And so I have a Klon copy on the left, which is beautiful sounding. And then the boost in the middle, and then the Rev G4 for all the super gain on the right. And then there's 4 different settings for the Rev too. All the channel switches are built into it too, into this pedal, this big. It's like $200, and it sounds so good, and it's just like crazy. But it's not that obviously.
Right.
But it's enough to me sit at home and write some music. You know what I mean? And then play with my 19 pedals and put switches. And I have an XP100 on that. I can do all the Rage Against the Machines crazy shit. I have a couple of different drop pedals. I can hit that and drop my octaves and stuff and play in different pitches. And it's just so much fun to just dick around on the board. But I would never bring that on tour.
Right.
I would be tap dancing. I will never go back to those days.
Yeah.
That was just the craziest
Nope.
shit ever. Is tap dancing when I was in Project 420. It was just berserk. So
Yeah,
But-
a buddy of mine who actually he was just on the live music podcast. His name's Josh.
Mhm.
He's one of the guitar players for Capulet. They have a song that he is like, I love this song. I hate playing it live because he has 5 different effects that he has to hit all over his
Oh, yeah.
board
Yeah.
while
Older
he's
band, a long time
screaming
ago.
the chorus.
yeah, he needs.
Yeah,
I've
they've
never
been
seen
around
him
since
tap dance
like
for it.
the late 2000s.
Okay, that's what I thought.
They were one of the first bands from Detroit that went on Warped Tour. Like they played with like Paramore and Pierce the Veil when they first came out.
Yeah, I remember them. They played the local a couple times.
Yeah, they actually
Pretty
just.
sure they were there all the time. I'm pretty sure we played with them too.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
Just for here.
Mhm.
It's like a $4,000 lease.
But it wouldn't have been the late 2000s though. It would have been
And it's awesome.
earlier than that. I
There's so
thought.
much crap with it.
I don't know.
Like 2000, I don't know, like 2004, I think is when they got together.
Crazy drum.
Yeah, we would have been around.
But we
Yeah.
use
Yeah.
a standard. I think he uses a Mapex, like a teal Mapex kit for live.
Mhm.
But we have this thing called the TDM10 or DM10.
Mhm.
It's like a Yamaha thing, and it clips onto the bass drum head, and it has mics built into it for like the overheads and the toms and the snare. And then it has a trigger that will trigger, different types of sounds. And then there's a knob you can change it to like room, live, whatever. Well, we use like the compression setting, and then it has 2 outputs, and those outputs just go to the PA here or whatever. And then we get Dan's drums in our ears, and then they can mic the kit however they want to.
Right.
Because the thing is just one little module. That's it. So a normal drum kit, one little module, and that has enough mics on there pick up the kit so well that I can hear all this crashes and everything. It's beautiful. It was like $400 or whatever for that thing, but we learned about it through that drummer. What is his name? Estepario. You know what I'm talking about? The YouTube guy
Yeah.
who plays all the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
He uses it when he does his thing. When
Okay.
He does all the shows, and that's what we learned it from that. I think it's called the EDM10 or E. It doesn't matter. But we use that live, so we're not going to take his monster kit out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if we ever started to do that, then maybe I will MIDI his drum kit, and then in the middle of the song he can go to like some flamenco drums or not
Right.
flamenco, but
Just pull out some rototoms halfway
and
through a
it's-
song.
I
Yeah.
love
You know
Robotoms.
what I mean? And then we can.
Me too.
Dan can play all that stuff. He just doesn't have the drums to do it.
Right.
But he has a setting on his kit that can do that. So you guys have to talk to him when he gets here from Taco Bell. But anyway, do you wanna go over the rig?
Yeah.
With your baby glancing, your fantasy.
It's hard to play a polyrhythm and sing a different timing than the actual guitar is.
I was actually really impressed with how well that sounded, the LTD.
Oh, my guitar.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. It's just stock EMGs.
So
you
tell
know?
me more about like
Yeah.
your live rig setup through your whole system.
So we run a backing track rig, a in-ear rig, just like everybody else does. Ours is not really super unique, but I built it over a 2-year period, and we didn't even start playing shows until it was built because I wanted to make sure it was perfect and everything was done. And I knew it front and back, so shit hit the fan at a show, I could fix it. So
For sure. And then
just to start in the back here so that we can run it to our PA. We run out of our outputs we have a Behringer XR18. We run out of the outputs to this. We have a tiny little mixer back here that you can't really see, but it's just this little guy. And then that outputs, that'll output to back to our which you can't see either, our PA rig back there. And then our mains are over there. And then this is a Behringer X Touch, and it basically is just a control surface for you can use it with Reaper, which is what we use it with. And then I also have the extension of this. It's like sitting out there. So don't need it. And I don't even touch this really ever. I honestly don't ever really use this here, but I have it here because it's a piece of gear I have, and it was just sitting in the box. And I'm like, why not use it?
Right.
And I can just walk over here instead of dicking around with that. I can turn up the volume and adjust everybody's channels through here. And so within Reaper, if I have this set to the mixer part of it, then this will still control the Reaper and all the master volumes, everybody's volumes.
What I mean is if I go to
I have a foot pedal here that controls the tracks. They're controlled by Reaper. So this is forward track. This is back.
Whatever.
This is
pushing the buttons on my foot pedal. I won't
next
change
right
it,
next to
but
my
I
rig.
change it
If
without
I'm
having
looking
to
at
go
it,
back
which
and
is
change the rigs.
I never am.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
I have to turn around.
Yeah.
I have to change things, whatever. It drives me nuts.
That's the only
That's
issue
it.
with that thing, honestly.
Right. I find it really interesting that you guys have
So this-
everything set up
this is
just
the
automatically through
facing
Reaper. I think
backwards.
that's really unique.
Yeah, until it's not. That's the problem. But I mean, it works pretty good usually. I don't really have any problems. But we've had it go down twice, and we just play through it. You know what I mean? Because my drummer's a friggin' metronome. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We don't rely on backing tracks that much, like hardly at all.
This is
So.
just a hub so that we can run. We don't use it actually. We're not going to take this out here, but we have a Phoenix Pro in-ear monitor rig. This is mine, and then this CAD system here is a 4-way system that the rest of the guys use. And then we just have our drawer and our we have like an extra mic, screwdrivers, USB sticks for moving files, all of our other stuff, mostly our in-ear rigs, extra strings, all the jazz that people put in these batteries, extra hub, like an extra hub. And these little lights here, they work really good for when it's dark and you can't see in the trailer. We run, like I said, we run the XR app through that, and then we run Reaper for all of our tracks, and we can just hit the numbers and go to all of our different tracks on here. And then everything is run to our in-ears from there. In the back is a mess. We just have, in the back, I just have a light illuminating everything so we can see. Nothing really much more to say there. But it's very simple. And as long as I keep up with it, I can remember how it works. So I gotta turn that on. But yeah, it's a great rig. It's a little big. And then I think the upgrades that we're going to do to this is I'm eventually going to get an X32 for this instead of that. And then I'm going to take that and build a backup in a rig.
Okay, that'd be sick.
This is going to go, and then we're going to get Shure PSM 300s for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be 3 of those, except for Dan because he's a drummer and he doesn't need one. And then for here, we're going to have 2 slider drawers, or maybe 1 slider drawer, and it's going to be the slider drawers are going to hold our boards eventually.
Okay.
So we
sick.
won't have Andy and I won't have any boards, and because our quad cortexes are automated, and so all of our changes are automated, and so we will just have them built into the rig, and that way there's less wires and cables that we have to run to all of our stuff, and we both will have. I have a wireless. Andy doesn't yet, but he will. and he'll have a wireless, and so those will just be right into our rig. And with everything automated, we won't have to touch anything, and that would be really nice. But I do love having a board because it's fun, and I'm a guitar player, and I want to be a guitar player. But for live purposes, if you don't have to use a board and everything changes automatically,
Right.
why not? So it's not rocket science. So yeah, we'll eventually those two slide outs will go right there. So
Cool.
but
Well,
that's it.
so because I know that you had said that you had spent so much time building the system before you even did a show.
Yeah.
Have you been lucky enough that you haven't had any snafus or any issues? And if you did, how did you on the fly fix it real fast?
Oh no, every show.
Every show, huh?
No, not
Every show.
Every show. There's always just something silly that happens.
Yeah.
Like one time my pedal somehow got unplugged from the USB hub and it wasn't working, so I had to walk over and plug it in when we were getting ready to play.
Right.
Just small things. The last, was it? Oh God, was that at Riverfest? Yeah, it was at Riverfest. Our tracks weren't playing. And so we luckily we were there way early. We were the first band to go on. There was only 2 bands on that stage that day. And so we had hours to dick around and stuff. And so we finally figured out that we were just going to use our main outputs or our headphone output for our tracks. That way it's just an analog output and it's always there ready to go. We don't use the headphone output of this and we run our tracks through that now. So it's a lot easier. It just comes right out of this and then it goes to the headphone output, which I can monitor the volume and everything like that. And I'll put it here and it works resplendently. So, but that was one of the things. But it worked perfectly, like at the Sanctuary.
Yeah.
It worked perfectly. The sound guy had it perfect set up and everything like that. So I don't know what went wrong in between there, but we eliminated the problem and now everything is fine.
Oh,
Waste of my time. It's not so let it go.
I didn't sing very good.
I am
You
back.
sounded
I'm here
fine.
with the bass
Yeah.
player for War on the Horizon. So why don't you give me just a rundown of your
I was impressed.
setup?
Well, thanks,
Well,
bud.
I run really custom setup from my friend Cal. He built all these custom cabinets. 2 Dayton Audio 21s on the bottom, 2 Celestion 15s in that cabinet. That's the recent
Love that.
edition. And these are old Carvin high range setup built into a custom horn cab from him as well, Cal Dahl. And I guess into my pedal board here. Running a compressor before everything. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or if I should just run a better compressor maybe. I don't know.
That's the whole cool thing about pedals. It's all about experimenting, trying different stuff out. I love that your pedal board lights up and glows. I think
Yeah.
that's really
I was
cool.
going to need that. It helps somehow.
Somehow. Listen, if you say it helps, it helps. That's all that matters.
Volume pedal so I can shut myself off in case I get annoying. AB switch for a distortion channel with an EQ on it so I can make the distortion sound.
Right. Now, do you go for more like a just straight distortion, or are you more of a fuzz sound for kind of like your bass?
I think it's a fuzz sound.
Okay.
It's a fuzz
I could
sound.
plug it in and have you listen to it if you want to judge for yourself, but my ears aren't the best. They're
Right.
weird. And then after all
Or maybe
that,
maybe your
into
response.
a dark glass luminal booster ultra for the output to PA and to my amp.
Mhm.
And on the amp side, I'm running 2 Behringer 1750s, like 4,000 watts almost
Right.
between both of them. That's plenty of power, way more power. than-
Plenty of power.
yeah. Well, I wanted to be able to make, like this is what I take when we play shows.
Right.
410 cab. It works. It doesn't rattle my kidneys properly. But you can haul it on stage. This would be impossible.
That would be a very like special one of a lifetime show.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we're playing Madison Square Garden. Let's throw everything
Bring
on
all
the
the cool
stage.
stuff out.
Nope. Still no.
Still
No,
no.
Those things are beefy heavy.
I want to hear him hit.
and then
like,
my
just
bass. I play
Back to the Future
fretless.
style where he
I
turns
like to
everything
play a
up.
six
No.
string.
Uh-huh.
Eventually, one day I'll know what to do with all the strings.
Right.
But until then, I'm gonna keep trying. But yeah, this is Ibanez sound gear. Can't remember the model name, but it makes
it's
all the
Ibanez,
sounds I
so
like.
Yeah, it's Ibanez, so it's super probably long and convoluted with a bunch of numbers.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, SRF 706, I think. Yeah, now that it comes to mind. And it's got piezoelectric output with the pickups, and I like that a lot. It really expands the depth of the tone coming out of the bass. I have another bass that I made. I don't have it here with me, but it's got dark glass electronics in it, but it just doesn't have the same depth.
Okay.
But it's got a really nice moan growl to it, same as this one.
Nice. Now with the piezo, do you experiment and be like, I'm gonna just go for like a straight acoustic kind of acoustic bass sound?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's got the versatility. I really like that. It's been everything I've needed it to be so far. That's for sure.
That's cool. I love the whole setup. Something that like both of you guys have mentioned is Behringer.
Mhm.
So many people give Behringer crap
Mhm.
because they are a more affordable tech brand. Honestly, for the money, they just put out decent quality stuff, and they've gotten
Yeah.
a lot better.
Yeah.
Like they have a Shure SM57 clone that's $20, and it is if you're starting out recording, if you're just need something real fast, it does the job
Yep.
perfectly.
I've not had a problem with any of the. We use more Behringer stuff over there. I've used a lot of these Behringer. What are they called? Crossovers. Where all sorts of different projects, and I've been having good luck with them for years now.
The best.
Yeah.
Other than their, like, I think they got a reputation for having a bad on their employees. I just heard about that recently, but a lot of companies end up with one of those, and
I was
that kind of stuff can blow up all on its own
Yeah.
over nothing.
Pedals weren't the greatest back in the day. I think that's where they got the most bad.
You know, it's really funny is right now the Behringer fuzz pedal is blowing up because people are discovering it has a secret mode where if you get it stuck, much like how the 5-way switch for the Fender Stratocaster was invented, where people would just put matchsticks in between, you could do that with a Behringer fuzz pedal, and it comes up with the most insanely like rich fuzz tone that they're $25 fuzz pedals, and they sell out like hotcakes right now because they're becoming a boutique sound.
Neat.
And it is so interesting because it's like the world's cheapest fuzz right now.
Cool. Well, I've tried a few. The Moog bass overdrive and a Joyo distortion pedal, but this Boss distortion bass overdrive comes up with the, I don't know, best overall sound from all of them. But I run a lot of mid-range boost on this fretless bass, but I got to eliminate most of it with a EQ. So when I'm running the distortion channel, you know, gives it that nice metal sound.
Yeah. Well, it's very cool. I like also that like you use a lot of Joyo products. I think Joyo is like Behringer.
Yeah.
Is a great affordable pedal brand. I mean, half my pedal board is either Moore or Joyo with like one Boss pedal. So
yeah, I'm finding the limitations on 2 of the Joyo products right now. This compressor is it's not the best, but it does what I need it to. But this reverb pedal is not working properly for some reason. I don't know if it's my settings or what, but it's acting very strange.
I once picked up just like a Temu reverb pedal just to try it. I think it was like $2, and you plugged it in, and you couldn't. It had knobs. You couldn't adjust anything, but it had knobs, and it just like you hit the note, and it's like now you're in space.
Yeah.
It was just like it went crazy. You had no control over the sound. I was like, this is unusable. But man, this would be fun to just pull on with one song, just to do something weird.
Yeah, I have a reverb on this on my HX Stomp that is like that. It's Blossom. That's funny.
Yeah, it was weird.
Right. Well, sick. Thank you for showing me your bass rig. I really appreciate it. I love the custom made cabs. I think that's really sick. I love just like the wall of sound.
Yeah,
I'm always a big fan of wall of sound.
Yeah, I like that.
In anything. So
I wanted it to be more full range than a full range bass cab.
Right. Just ungodly heavy.
Yeah.
Carry anywhere.
I like. Yeah. Extra extended range.
You get the extended range of the bass sound. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, there's your song. I do love that song. I do love Get Along.
It's so catchy.
I appreciate that.
And I'm back, and I am here with
Dan,
the drummer of War on the Horizon. Now, why don't you give me a rundown of your setup right now?
Well, this is an Alesis Strata Prime kit. I got this on Craigslist, believe it.
Craigslist.
I'm loving it. I don't use it for live shows, or at least I haven't. But maybe someday when we do a smaller venue where they want it a little quieter,
right?
This would be the right thing for
Never.
that. But yeah, I'm loving it.
Never.
Cool.
It's never
I like
leaving the practice
just
space.
The aesthetic and stuff. It's really cool. I like the color.
Yeah.
Kind of like a teak wood.
Yeah. They did a good job on those. I don't know if they come in different colors or not, but
So I know it's like an electrical kit. What do you have for like your sound setup that like, okay, I'm aiming for this style of kit?
honestly, don't really have a particular style. I just go with whatever. I've got it's a Mapex kit that I also got at a garage sale, and then just an eclectic mix of cymbals that I've picked up through the years. I love those pasty Rudes. I got one of those on another Craigslist deal. So I got one of those, and then I got a bunch of Zildjian A customs, and I like a higher pitched snare.
Okay.
And just I don't know what else to say about it. I just kind of go with what sounds good.
Hey, that's all that matters is the sound that you want to build for yourself. I mean, we all have our own like little weird things with our equipment and everything, and going for like, oh, I like this musician, so I try to like get a little bit of that kind of vibe, but like add my own flair. That's all we like to do.
Right.
So, and also, Craigslist is like one of the greatest places on earth. Most of my equipment's either been through Marketplace, Craigslist, or Reverb. So I totally get you on the Craigslist thing.
Yeah, it's been a money saver for sure. How many kits does this have? I don't even know. Too many.
Too many.
More than is reasonable. Oh, a crazy one? Hold on. See if I can find a crazy one.
It's all goat screams.
Yep.
Yes.
When Dave and Dan and I were all in original.
Okay.
And Dan used to play this. He had a soprano snare. It was like, ding, ding.
I feel like I'm in a disco right now.
Yeah, it's got all the stuff in it.
That's cool.
But
So like I was telling you,
if
we ever play that, bring that out live, I can MIDI control that.
Right.
And I can change it to whatever, I don't know if I'm ready to MIDI control all that.
Yeah, these
It'd be so much fun though.
Strata Prime kit's got a lot of cool features. It's got everything's triple zone. All the symbols are, they got edge, bow, and bell.
That's so cool.
Super cool. And they choke, which is awesome.
Don't we all?
And then you can put effects on things too.
Nice. And what are you using currently live?
Live, I've got my acoustic kit. It's a Mapex kit.
Okay.
I have it set up just like this, five piece, 2 up, 1 down. I've got a Splash China, 2 crashes, rides, hi-hat.
Cool. Now, for your journey through equipment, what is the weirdest piece of drum equipment you've ever gotten your hands on that you're like, I'm never going to use this, but I have to have it?
The weirdest piece of drum equipment, I made a splange once, which was basically just a single string bass guitar that I used for making this sound. That was back in the Project 420 days. Give me one moment. I'll go get you
We'll
my
be right
favorite
back.
piece of percussion equipment.
Within like 4 weeks.
Boom. Coffee can.
I love it.
Coffee
I love it
can.
so much.
You can't go better.
So how
than
did you
that.
how did you manage to find the St. Anger snare?
Yes, that's it. This came from, well, it's a coffee can. My dad was probably using it to hold bolts and nuts. And then I put holes in it and mounted it to a whatever you want to mount it to. I beat the shit out of this thing.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
I had it mounted on one of those weird things with the 2. I don't even know. Don't use it anymore, but I'm never getting rid of it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I mean, that was pretty close to the end anyway.
Right.
Paste.
Literally, even the guitar color and everything. He just has a
Just
better
big
one.
eye Andy Space.
Andy wanted me to tell you that he is actually in the computer and that the guy that we hired to be in the band is an exotic.
Use it anymore, but I'm never getting rid of it because it's too cool.
Yeah.
But he also has multiple cowbells. He
Yeah,
also
well,
has
you gotta have cowbell.
long black cowbells, those long, whatever. tubular
I don't know
ones.
what those are called. Those are yours.
Those are mine?
Yeah.
And
I don't know where you got them.
Everybody has
Oh yeah,
cowbells.
I got lessons from Bill Schaefer. If you can believe that, he was a big deal back in the day. Yeah. No, actually, I started drumming when I was 12, and it was very much against my will. I did not want to be a drummer.
You did
I'm
not want to be
actually
a drummer.
forced to drum against my will. I'm
Someone
in
send
danger.
help.
Send help.
It's okay. I made my first bass player, so
30 years.
he's been locked in this garage the entire time. He only gets to leave when they do shows.
The wife and kids are just a show.
It's true.
Yeah, no,
All
we've
true.
been playing. We've been in a band together since 90.
Oh, damn.
Wow, as literally as
We did have
No,
a
but I
big
mean,
break.
like, a couple, yeah. But our very first band name was Slaughtered Serenity. You guys remember that?
I don't.
I would say that's literally as long
don't.
as I have been alive.
Against any of the metal names we come up with. Yeah, I thought Slaughtered Serenity would mean something. Anyway, but yeah, now he's, you know, who he is.
Yeah.
He's highly average. You know, we like him.
He's highly average.
Back in the day, he was like the guy.
Yeah.
We played nothing compared to like what we used to make him play back in 420 days. We did like, it was basically rap death metal. And he would play just great stuff. People were just amazed. People were just watching. Oh my god, the drums are so good. And he was snare blast, crazy double kicks, all this weird stuff.
I never got good at that. I don't have the chops.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for
man.
letting me come here and do the rig review live.
Oh yeah.
And hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
The only other thing is,
Sweet, yeah.
Andy has the same shit as I do. So,
Copy, paste.
literally, even the guitar color and everything. He just has a
Just
better
big
one.
eye Andy Space.
Andy wanted me to tell you that he is actually in the computer and that the guy that we hired to be in the band is an exotic.
Okay.
That's actually not Andy. Andy's AI.
Andy is AI.
I answered the ad. He punky bass player. So.
Well.
Oh boy.
That was fun. So yeah, I got a couple questions that I've been thinking about this whole time. Where did like your guys' name come from? Like War on the Horizon.
Basically, I've always been a real like positive message type guy. Like not like necessarily like. I mean, I'm a Christian, but like I don't have. It's not really a Christian band or anything like that. But it's always been positive message and things like that. So like I always wanted to have a band where kind of like we are always talking about looking towards the future and making sure you're prepared for your life and making sure you live the best of your life. And we're really about that. It's really about like living your best life, but also preparing for the future and being prepared for things that might happen. And then the War on the Horizon is just the idea of always being ready, and then going through and then when you hit that adversity, meeting it head on and taking care of it and just going through all that stuff. And it's how you deal with it and how you get through that adversity is what the war is. Whether it could be political issues all the way up to war and famine and plague and whatever, all the way down to like you're having trouble with your marriage, you're having trouble with your kids, whatever. Or you couldn't get pop out of the vending machine, whatever it is, you're dealing with it. That's kind of what we're trying to personify. I think the word is in our music is get that point across: is be prepared, do the best of your life. If it messes up, do the best you can and push through it. And overcoming adversity is really the whole bottom point of our message. So that's kind of where it comes from. So that war on the horizon, like I said, could be anything.
I like that. Just from listening to your music, like, so whenever I listen to music and I like kind of dissect it, I think a lot, and this is just me personally, about mental health and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I could hear a lot of like that positive messaging, like in your guys, like that's why the reason "Get Along" is probably my favorite song. Is just like, I mean, I don't want to get too deep into it, but obviously in the times we're living right now, it's so chaotic. It's so rough out there. And it's like, man, I wish I could go back to like 15 years ago when like it didn't matter what, like you could have a discussion with any of your friends and like it'd be fine no matter what.
Yep.
And now it's like it doesn't matter. It like one of the lines in the lyrics in the song I think is your belief is different from mine, so I automatically hate you, or something like that.
Yep.
And I'm like, that hit me so hard because like I have friends that are so like steadfast in their beliefs, and it's like, listen, like I can understand where your belief comes from, and I don't. More power to you, but at the same time, like at the end of the day, I still want to be your friend. I can disagree with someone completely on anything, and I'll still have respect for them at the very least.
Yeah, that's exactly kind of what we're going for. We're kind of talking about how, there's Tyler right there.
Hi, Tyler.
The guy screaming it. We all, like I said, we all kind of write the lyrics. We all kind of come together, write lyrics. We all kind of do things. And it was one of those songs that came together so damn fast because it was so much fun to write and to come together on and talk about the message we want to get by or get through. And it was just like, the idea of everybody getting along and everybody coming to an understanding that we're all different and we all need to be able to get along and do things. And it's very, the title of the song, obviously Get Along, is very basic and rudimentary or whatever. And it's, everybody just get along. I get it. It's a fun punk song type thing, but it has a way deeper meaning. And that's kind of like us not making light of the situation, but kind of doing something to where a sound where everybody can kind of relate to it. You know what I mean? Everybody loves a good punk song. You know what I mean?
Right.
Chant the anthem and all that. And it's just a fun song. We really love it. I really like that you love it too. I think that's cool. That's your favorite song of ours. So
yeah, I mean, all the songs on the album are really good. But no, like that one just like struck the chord with me first, and I was like, man, this is. I mean, like One Horse Town was another really good one. I mean, like I said, I like all of them, but yeah, that one struck a chord with me just because like I hate seeing the way that the world is, and it really sucks.
Yep.
And yeah, John hopping in saying, "Sup, G."
What up, John Hammond? My man. I love that guy. He's one of my homies, one of my best friends. I don't know. I can't talk about our CD enough. I love our music, and I just love everything that we talk about. And it's fun to just be in a band where we can actually convey what matters to us and what matters to hopefully the world and things like that. So if people can relate to our music, that's really the point of it, and get that anthem out there as much as we can. So.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm excited for like what you guys have coming out. Like, eventually, I know you were talking about doing some heavier stuff, which is crazy because like I already think your stuff's pretty heavy. Like your guys' music, like at least this last EP was like perfect for like the banana. Like in my mind, like yeah, I could hear any of these tracks hopping on the banana any day of the week. So like going heavier for like Octane or something like that, I could really see that. And I'm excited to see what you guys come up with.
Yeah, we're gonna, some of the stuff we're writing, like we have a new song that we've been playing a couple of shows that it's called Cure for Apathy, and it comes pretty heavy, just like our other song. Anyway, just like our intro song that we put in our Color of Our Caskets. God dang it. How it starts heavy like that, and it comes right in heavy. And and it has a big hook in the chorus, and it's in a pretty part of the break. It's really cool. It's like but that's kind of one of our newer heavy songs. But we're gonna start I have a couple things that I gotta run by everybody too that I kind of wrote a couple days ago, that it's more of the verse parts and stuff are more pretty minded, and so Madison can kind of flow over those a little bit, and then the bridges and the chorus get a little heavy, obviously, and it's going to be again a nice blend of Tyler and Madison together, but the verse parts are going to be a lot more dropped down, not as crazy, and very easy for Madison to sing over and really showcase that beautiful voice of hers. But the other songs too, yeah, we're definitely going to get a little heavy. We have a song called Giving Up that's coming out too that we are working on as well. But Cure for Apathy, we're going to be playing at all these shows coming up too. So that's a fun song. So it's a good hook.
If you guys want to see War on the Horizon live, you should come to Vexed Venue August 8th. They're going to be headlining with I always mix up the name. Age of Ashes and The Lion Within. It's gonna be a great time. It's only like $5 for the first 20 people. You can't.
Ashes of Ice.
Ashes of Ice. I get it mixed up in my head for some reason.
It's okay. Yep. I saw the ad for that too. It's cool.
Yeah. Chris makes really awesome posters. I mean, he does all the everything. So, and I mean, not only that, also runs everything behind the scenes. I'm just the face.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, we're playing at 10 o'clock, I think, right?
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah. So
sounds good. Yeah.
Barring any issues, so I don't think there'll be anything though.
Well, cool. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. We're excited about it too. I think we're gonna try to get our new light guy out there as well too. So.
John wants to know if he can get an autograph.
Yes, John, you can get an autograph. Stop over my house. We'll go to lunch.
Okay. So I have a question that I try to ask everybody, and this is for you. I'm very interested to see what you come up with because of how your guys' setup is so like perfectly built and like very succinct. Well, you know what I mean? Like you have everything like planned out, and it's very interesting because
it's at least planned. Yes.
Yeah. So say you're on the way to whatever show. And hey, Will hopping in. Lion Within is great. Yes, they are. I hate that I cannot be at that show. I'm so mad about that. But no, anyway, you're on the way to, say, the Vexed Venue show, and someone rams their car and just destroys all your gear in the trailer. And it's the owner of a music shop, and they're like, I will give you $2,000 right now so you can get your gear for tonight's show. What are you specifically picking for $2,000 to set up for the show to just get you through the night?
We can't. We can't reproduce any of our gear for $2,000. My Quad Cortex by itself is $1,400.
Jeez.
So like, and Andy's got a Quad Cortex. Dan's got a $4,000. Well, he doesn't use his $4,000 drum kit, but we could probably get a drum kit. We could probably get
like each member gets $2,000, not like
each member.
Each member gets $2,000, not the whole band. Each member. I'm sorry, I should have specified. Everybody gets $2,000 to spend on equipment.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I would. Yeah. Like I said, I would just get my board. I would just get the closest thing I could get to something with good pickups and a guitar. And I would probably go. I'd probably get Quad Cortex, HX Stomp. But I probably would need, just to get through the show, I'd get a Quad Cortex, and it would take me 15 minutes to dial in a preset, and then a guitar. Really? I mean,
honestly, I think you could probably get that LTD for around that price too.
Probably. I mean, that LTD I bought was only a couple $100. So
yeah.
I got the cheaper version and whatever. But I mean, in a perfect world, all this stuff is at the music store to buy it, or whatever. Yeah, right. I'll get that LTD. I'll get my quad. But I don't, like, we wouldn't be able to do any of our tracks. We wouldn't be able to use our in-ears. You can't just build that.
Right. It is kind of like a last minute thing. Yeah. Like, how are we going to survive this show tonight?
Yeah, we would have to have, it would just be us playing to Dan and the human metronome that he is, so
I think you guys could pull that off.
We practice all the time to stuff when we're just running through ideas without a click track and all that. We play that all the time, and it's really, Dan's really, really close on his being a human metronome again. I'll say that. He'll tell you that he's not that great with a click track or whatever, or at least he wasn't when we first started, but he is now. Like, he still keeps us in time pretty perfectly. And we've had it go down at shows and stuff where we lost everything for like a song or whatever, and we finished the song no problem. Nobody even noticed. So I mean, it's happened a couple times. So yeah, Dan, we would be fine playing a whole show like that. We wouldn't obviously have our little bit of track. We only use a little bit of tracks anyway, but the most thing would be our metronome in our in-ears. But we could play to monitors. That's no big deal. We can figure it out, So we've all been musicians I've been a musician for 30 years, and Dan and Dave all been 30 years, you know what I mean? Andy too, we've all been musicians forever and played to monitors and with big 412 cabs and 12 class AB tube amps. So we know what it's like to play super loud and not have a click track and not be able to hear yourself and having to tell them in the monitors, put my vocals
up.
Yeah, we've been there. So if we had to, we could, no problem. That's no big deal. So we're all veterans, except for Madison and Tyler because they're youngins.
So moving into like what you guys have got coming up, I know you've got a bunch of shows planned up. After you're kind of like next, are you guys gonna start working on like maybe another EP? You just gonna do a couple singles, or do you plan on doing a full length?
We don't know. We have, I think 5. Well, let me think about this. Our set is, including Cure for Apathy and Giving Up, which are our 2 new songs. I think we have a 10-song set right now. We've only recorded 5. We could probably, we're going to record all the rest of our songs. So 5 more songs. Whether we do that as another EP, it doesn't, honestly, it's not cost effective for bands to make a full length anymore.
No, it's really not, which sucks.
You know what I mean? Because you got to put out a song every 6 to 12 weeks, basically.
Yeah,
and
stay relevant.
And you could, at least every 2 to 3 months, put out a song. And that's kind of what we're trying to do, is put out a song. And then after we get another 5 songs released at separate times, then obviously put it all into one EP and have then a second EP. That's probably what we're going to end up doing, is just do multiple 5-song EPs until, if we ever get signed to a major label, obviously they'll want a full length. But it's not very cost effective for us to do that. And we can do it on our own time and put out songs as needed, because people lose interest so fast. You got to keep them updated with every couple of months with a new song. So especially on TikTok and Facebook and all that, they just want new material. You know what I mean? So content. So
Unfortunately, it is the world that we are currently living in that's like that. Because, like, honestly, I love it when bands pull out full-length albums. Like, you know, I mean, Billy was just hopped in. The Never the Crash album is my all-time favorite album. And they're full-length. And I think more bands... I know it's not cost-efficient. I know it's not... With the way our social media is and everything, it's not the way that the algorithms are going to help push it out. But, man, it is just so nice to sit down and listen to an album full-length, back and forth, and like set aside that time. Like I specifically went out and bought a boombox just to listen to that album, and I've been spending more time just getting my hand on listening like to actual CDs, because who knows, you know, one day we could literally just lose all access to all of this, and then we're stuck with whatever physical media we have.
Yeah, that is true.
Billy hopping in saying the full length is working for us. Well, you guys, you're pumping out content like crazy with it, like the behind the scenes of the videos and stuff. So that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Like I get it. The full length works. It's just to each their own. I love Billy. I love Never the Crash. Those are my boys.
Yeah.
But they've been around a lot longer than we have. They have more songs and they have a lot more content that doing a full length makes sense for them, because they put out 3 records now, so like it works for them. It just, we don't have a lot of songs, and we kind of want to pick the best 5 songs we had of our 8 or 9 we had at the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we wanted to get it, and we knew we wanted to get some music out there and get it done. So we picked our best 5 songs that we thought, put them out. Technically, we put out our 4 songs, because our 4-song EP came out in like 24, and we just sat on that before we even played one show. We had an EP. And we were hoping to get that, you know, at least be able to put stuff up to get shows. We can say, hey, listen to our stuff. And then we decided we were going to re-release it, do the new artwork, change the whole look of our website, make it all that blue color, which is really cool, I think. It's a good image for us. And then make that new art cover, and then add the Night to it to make it a 5-song, and then really push the Night, which is one of our favorite songs to play and to do as well. And then re-release it as a 5-song EP, you know, in 2026. So.
Nice. No, I totally get it, and like I'm glad it's working for you guys, and it sounds great. I'm excited to see like what other stuff you'll get, like your next EP and stuff. Definitely let me know. I'll make sure to do another review of that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What would be your guys' like you're offered to play and open for your dream like concert? Like I know it's probably different for every member of the band, but for you personally.
Killswitch Engage.
Nice. I don't blame you there. That'd be a sick show.
That's the only band that I could ever think about opening for that we would fit really good with, and it's just my dream. And if I want to be very specific, I would want Howard to be the singer. Howard Jones to be the singer of Killswitch. Not that I don't love Jesse, but Howard is what I got invested with Killswitch with the End of Heartache and all that.
Yeah.
We were on the same bill as Killswitch Engage years ago with my last band, and I got to meet Killswitch and all those guys, and I met Adam, and I got to meet Jesse because he was already the singer by then, and they're the nicest dudes in the world, because I was running like I was helping out with Dirt Fest, and I was running like a stage manager. So my stages were all done that I was managing. So I went to the main stage and just got to watch from the side of the stage. So as they're coming on, so I got to talk to them and shit. And it was just
nice.
They're the coolest dudes, and I just love that band. And the music is so great. I listen to them every single day. So yes, Killswitch Engage would be my end all be all. You know what I mean?
I don't blame a but I was literally listening to My Curse earlier today. So
I love Howard is one of my it's not my favorite singer of all time, and I've patterned kind of my. I don't have the big. I can do the big like throaty Howard voice like he does, but that's so his voice that like if I did that, everybody would be like, "Oh, you're trying to sound like Howard." So I just try to sing like me, you know, whatever. But I love singing Killswitch Engage stuff. It's so much fun.
Have you listened to Scion?
I have. I'm not super familiar with it though.
I have not. I need to check it out, but I need to check it out. But that I thought that would be like it's cool that Howard's like the singer of it. and that it's an internet like Jared Dines is the guitar player, and I mean,
yeah, it is pretty neat. I like Jared Dines. He's fun.
Yeah, I watch his podcast like at least 3 times a week because it's so funny, and like his playing is insane on anything he does.
He's fantastic.
Yeah,
he's a very, very good guitar player. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, Kill Switch Engage would probably be it. They're pretty great.
Yeah, and like because I was actually putting a call out because I'm trying to get better at like I've just picked up my first 7-string. Me and Chris are working on starting a side project with that, like I don't know if it's called like post-hardcore or like metalcore, that kind of sound. And so I was like, people send me recommendations, and I didn't even think about Kill Switch Engage until it came on. I was like, oh, I should do some more Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah, I mean, if you play some of that stuff, it'll get you really working on your guitar stuff. They are like the epitome of metalcore. You know what I mean? So if you're going to be metalcore, that's one thing, but post-hardcore, if you're going to do like Pavement or any of that stuff that is going to be more post-hardcore, but Quicksand, stuff like that, then yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but, I mean that's more up to Chris. I'm just the rhythm guitar player who's just here to help out. I
get it.
He's taking the directing lead on that, which is, I mean, I'm just trying to have fun. But no, it's kind of cool because Kill Switch is kind of like the band that I don't think about that often, and then whenever I hear, I'm like, man, why don't I listen to this band more? They're really good.
Yeah, no, they are awesome. I love Kill Switch.
Yeah. So, that's that Fender Made in Mexico Strat that you've got. Like I said, gave me hardcore Smashing Pumpkin vibes just because Billy's got a couple Strats like that he just stickered the hell out of.
Yeah. Mine is more of a Billy Joe Armstrong.
No, I get it.
I love Green Day is my favorite band of all time. I hate some people make fun of me for that, but they're like my favorite band of all time.
Dude, American Idiot is in my top 10 albums of all time. Like,
and the funny thing is American Idiot is not even close to mine. It's I kind of fell off after Warning.
Okay.
And I never really got into all the newer stuff after Warning, honestly. I grew up on 1039 and Kerplunk.
Yeah.
And then when Dookie came out, that just changed my whole life. And then I was a punk for years, and I played nothing but punk music. But problem is around my area there was no punk bands. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was terrible. But
yeah, I unfortunately didn't find out who they were until American Idiot. So like that was the first Green Day album like I listened to. So for me, that was the one that like I stuck onto. Don't get me wrong, I've gone back and listened to Kerplunk, Dookie, Warning. I can't think of the other one that starts with an I. But I really, Insomniac. I really like Green Day. I haven't really been like Revolution Radio was a pretty decent album. I haven't listened to Saviors yet, which is their newest album. I have it on my
I don't know a lot of this. I saw them 2 years ago before I got married. The same year I got married, and my wife and I went, and it was a great show. Such a great show. Smashing Pumpkins opened for them, and so did Rancid.
Oh, that would be sick.
It was fun, and they were fantastic. And I jammed out on their new stuff, and I know all the words because it's everywhere. But it's just like when they would play the old stuff, like the first old song they played in that set was Chump, and then they played 4 old songs off Dookie right in a row, and it was awesome. I loved it. And because my wife and I, the kind of when we were 16 was when we met, and then we got back together 30 years later and got married. She was like my first love or whatever. And Green Day was the first concert we went to together. My dad took us.
Oh, that's
and
so
sick!
It
was kind of full circle, and it was like one of those friggin' love stories.
Yeah.
So.
Welcome to Paradise is my all-time favorite Green Day song.
Oh yeah, Basket Case is mine. Welcome to Paradise is my second. I remember being a kid and I'd be down there playing it, and my mom would go downstairs and she'd do all the chorus harmonies. It was fun.
Yeah, no, I I think I heard that song through Surf's Up, that animated penguin movie that came out.
Oh God, jeez.
And like I was like, what song is this? And I'd already heard like American Idiot. So then I was like, oh shoot, like this is the older Green Day stuff. I should look into that. And I started listening to like that. Warning I thought was pretty sick.
It was a good album. That's all right.
Yeah. But yeah, I can see what you mean with like
Uno Dos Tres, all that was junk. I hated that, all three of those albums.
Oh man. I mean, okay, I get it. So like those came out right when I was starting to really play guitar. So for me, they kind of meant a lot. And I like had just graduated high school when Quattro came out, and like that was a fun documentary to watch.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean. Like a good chunk of Trey is kind of hard to listen to. I like Dose the most, and like Uno is probably the most boring Green Day album I think there is. But I don't know. Like it's an interesting time in Green Day's history.
Yeah, I think what those three albums was them finishing up their commitment on the record label. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
They do them in fives, I think. I'm pretty sure Green Day signs deals in fives, three or five records. And I think that they had 2 done, and they just got those 3 done and knocked it out, honestly, because none of it sounds really greatly polished or anything like that. Nothing.
Right.
There's no real big concepts in any of it. Nothing stands out. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know. But I think that's what it was. And then they can put out whatever they want. But I don't know. I really don't know how it works anymore. But by the way, Tyler wanted me to tell you he has a Sennheiser E935 microphone.
Ooh, nice.
If you were curious.
That is
he loves that damn thing. He takes it everywhere.
Those are sick. I like a lot of Sennheiser stuff. They're just too expensive.
It's great for screamers. It has that the cardioid in it and everything like that. It sounds really great. Plus, I mean, he could scream into a coffee can and he's gonna be great. He's like the best screamer I've ever known. But but it just helps when you get that whatever that's called, micro harmonics filtration, whatever it's called. But that mic is really, really good. So, but yeah, he just wanted to tell you that I'm in our Discord right now talking to him. And
nice.
So, but
have you speaking of Green Day, did you check out the Green Day, the Billy Joel Armstrong Dookie signature Marshall head?
I did not. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's $4,000, and I have never wanted to get a. Yeah, I mean it's hand wired, and it's sick. It's all blue and stuff.
Huh. That's kind of neat. It'd be neat. I wouldn't mind having one. I almost bought one of those Squire Billy Joe guitars. Those knockoff, like where they look like
Old
they
blue.
look like blue.
Yeah.
And my buddy had one, and he played it and stuff. And it was just like, I don't know. I'm not a punk fan, so what's the point? You know what I mean? So
I have always wanted, and it's because of him, I really want to get my hands on a Les Paul Jr. with a P90 in it just to punk rock out, and I've never never been able to get one.
I had one in my hands when I was living in Kansas City when I was traveling for my job, and I had one in my hands, and it was exactly the Billy Joe guitar, except for somebody had traded it in or something. It was a used guitar, and I ended up buying a green one with better pickups or something. I don't know what it was, but I wanted to buy that so badly. I just didn't. I don't know why, but it was also $200 more expensive. But
right, yeah, it's called the 1959 JBA Billy Joel Armstrong Artist Signature 100 watt. Why is it 100 watt? No one needs that much power.
I mean, everybody does. That's what a 412 works on best. So
yeah, it looks so sick. It has a master volume and a gain, which is really sick for a plexi style head. It's based off of what he used for Dookie, so
which is what a
used a super lead.
Yeah, a DSL, I think it was.
No, I think he used an old school like pre or post plexi super lead before the 800s came out.
Well, the 800s are the originals. Yeah. He used a super lead 100 watt plexi. It says a 1959 SLP.
Yeah.
It wasn't even his. It was Rob Cavallo's, the producers.
That's really funny. And now he has his own signature. Man, I really want one. Oh, they even have a matching 412 in that baby blue. That's sick.
Oh, that's crazy.
I bet that's going to be expensive as all get out.
Oh,
Well,
there was a custom mod on it. I did not know that.
yeah,
On the amplifier, they modded it for him.
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I love Billy Joe. He's great. He's on my bucket list to meet someday. Him and Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves.
Oh,
my two
Keanu
guys.
Reeves would be so sick to meet because he's like the nicest guy.
I would love to meet Keanu Reeves. I would love to meet Billy Joe. I would love to meet Howard. That'd be cool.
Have you listened to Keanu Reeves' band Dogstar?
Yeah, they're just a pretty standard rock band, but they're cool and they're tight,
Yeah.
I would love to go see him just so maybe get to meet Keanu somehow on a whim and buy like the backstage passes or whatever. That's the only way I'd be able to do it. But I would go see him live. They're coming to Michigan, I think, to Grand Rapids, I think. I'm not really sure though. I don't remember. But Dogstar, they're neat,
I just think it's cool he's in a band.
Well, he was in a band. I mean, that was his band before he was a movie star. That band's 25 years old, 30 years old, or more. So, but yeah,
It's like if,
he started that band before he was in movies. So
yeah. It's like if Johnny Depp brought back the kids. That'd be funny.
yeah, that's a cool band too.
Yeah.
Hollywood's, what is it called? Hollywood Stars or something like that.
Hollywood Vampire.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, because they're all vampires.
It's Alice Cooper, Joe Perry, and Johnny Depp.
Yeah, which I don't like Alice Cooper, but he's a
Yeah.
legend. Hey,
Gabriel
Gabby.
hop in and sing.
That's our merch boss. She runs our merch, everything.
Ooh.
Gabby is instrumental in our success at a show because I can just go here, get the merch set up, and we have another person named Angelina that comes too, and both of them get the merch set up, which is a huge amount of merch. We have a ton of merch, so we're coming to a show, plan on looking at all of our merch. We got like 16 different designs and all sorts of crap. We got hats now. We're gonna have. I just literally while I was on the interview with you, now just paid for our CDs to get done.
Nice.
And so we're gonna have CDs, and then we're gonna have we got Flex Fit hats now. We're gonna have records that actual real records like vinyl records. We're putting one of those out, but those are gonna be like an on-demand, kind of how Never the Crash has their on-demand record.
Right.
And so yeah, so it's gonna be kind of fun. It's just not cost effective to print a bunch of records.
Right.
We have so much variety. Yes, we do have variety, Gabby. Yes.
We're just like we've got one. Well, we have 2 T-shirt designs because we're endorsed by a clothing brand. But then we have our T-shirts that we had made, and me and Stephanie, my fiance, we make all the stickers. It's a lot of work, but she's really good at it. She designs all of them.
Stickers are too much work for me. I make all of our merchandise, and that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
I make everything we have. So, but I don't do stickers. I just buy them because they're so cheap.
Yeah. And then we're looking at CDs right now because our EP is coming out next month, and I'd like to actually have a physical copy at some point.
Atomic Disc is where I just bought all of our stuff from. It was like $180 for 100 CDs. It goes into the little slotty things, just front and back into a side case. Then CD artwork. So it was pretty cheap. I'm just gonna get them done and get 100 of them done. So
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, it is getting pretty close to the time to call it. Before we do, first off, Matt, thank you for coming on. It was nice having you on.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for letting me stop by and record it. That was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I like to do stuff that's different than everybody else. And if we can be the first band to do that, that's kind of fun. So
yeah. And remember, guys, if you want to see War on the Horizon at Vexed Venue, August 8th, it's going to be a great time. $5 for the first 20 people, $10 after that, and then $15 the day of. I mean, at most, you're paying the same prices for a McDonald's Big Mac meal.
Yep. Especially if I'm ordering.
Yeah. Same here. But it's so worth it to just skip that meal and go see 3 awesome rock bands. Not only that, if
Oh,
you
so I was in, and we're on the horizon. And
Hell yeah.
I'm assuming in that order.
and then before that, we have a show August 1st where we have Junkyard Slave, Honeyfoot, Augray City Limits. It's going to be a fun time. And then August 15th, we have A Proper Axe, Neon Coma, and Unholy Honor. So we've got a lot of good shows coming up.
A lot of good shows coming up, yeah.
And
Hope you got a big space for our merch.
they got a pretty good sized space over there. So you'll
I only need a table length. It's fine. It's mostly vertical. So.
Yeah, it's that they have I think there's 2 or 3 tables set aside for bands. So
cool. We have our own table too. It's not a big deal. So.
Okay, cool.
But as long as we have enough headroom, as long as we have enough vertical space, we should be good because we have a big rack we have all crap on.
Because it's a haunted house, there's a big ceilings. It's in an old warehouse, so
beautiful. Yep, that works then. Because we have a lot of stuff, so yeah, it'll be good. Good times.
Hell yeah. And then remember, everybody, if you can, tune in Thursday for our live music podcast. I just got done getting those bands picked earlier tonight, so that's going to be a lot of fun. As well as August 23rd, we have a kids karaoke contest. It is all for charity. It's $5 for an entry fee. All kids must be accompanied by an adult. But all the proceeds go to Feeding Saginaw one Sunday and Little Legends on the Pier.
Nice.
It's going to be a great time. It starts at 6 p.m., goes till 8. Come on out. It's a great way to get the younger generation into music, and it's just going to be a fun, time. I mean, the cool thing about Vex being a drive venue is it's a great place for kids to experience their first show. It's a very safe environment, and we all just love having fun.
Yep, absolutely. It's a good time. We love all ages venues.
Yeah, and the best part is most of the time the shows are usually done between 11 and 11:30, so you don't even have to stay up super late to see all the bands, which is great.
Yeah. Yep. I think we go on at, would you say 10?
Yeah, it's around 10. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Do you mind if I plug some of our other stuff?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, so August 6th, which is 2 days before our Vex show, we're playing at the Sanctuary with Heathen and Void, and then our buddies, Shadow of the Talisman. That's going to be a big show. We're selling tickets for that, so if you want to watch us at the Sanctuary, which is a cool place too, let us know. August 8th, obviously, at Vexed Venue. We're going on at 10 o'clock, headlining with Ashes of Ice and The Line Within. And then August 14th, we are playing with Primer 55 and 40 Below Summer at the Machine Shop in Flint, which everybody knows where that is and what that is. And that's a huge show for us. And we are also hoping that there's a lot of people out there that, if they come to the show, are going to be, you're going to have your cameras. We need video footage. So everybody that wants to do video footage and then get it to us and pictures and stuff like that, any kind of media footage, stuff like that, we're doing like some free merch and stuff for anybody that contributes. If you can do the whole set video, or if you can do just a song or two, record the whole video, that's going to be part of our promotional stuff for APK. So that's very important that day. If you're going to come to the show, if you want to record a song or two, we'll give you free merch. And then August 19th isn't completely confirmed yet. We're playing Mud Jam in Hale, which is like 35,000 people. And that's also going to be our next time that we're going to showcase our new light guy. And you know him, right?
Yep. Aaron's done lighting for us at Vex. He's fantastic.
Yep. So that will be our first show with him. And then September 12th is our first show in September, before we kind of take some time off to do some writing and stuff. And that is going to be at the Flint Local 432 in Flint, obviously. And that's going to be a big show for us. We're playing with the Headless and, again, Shadow of the Talisman. They're going to be opening the show. And then that's Andy's birthday show. So there's going to be like food trucks and all sorts of awesome stuff. So it'll be pretty good. So, but those are our next couple of things. We're doing a couple of interviews on radio stations and stuff. That's fun too. But those are our next couple of big shows between now and September. So,
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, no problem. That's gonna be a great time. I also forgot one more thing I've got to plug. August 2nd, Sunday, we have a special event that we'll be doing live here. It is a listen music party with Fault of the People for their new single, Hollow Heart. You should go pre-save that single, because if you do, you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets to Michigan Metal Fest. I believe they're actually VIP tickets. I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Go check their social media. Go follow them. Go follow War on the Horizon. Go follow all these awesome bands because they deserve it. But yeah, August 2nd, it'll be live here on Facebook. I'll interview the bands. It'll be a fun time. We'll hang out, listen to music. I'll ask them really weird, random questions, like if they'd rather fight 100 duck-sized bears or 10 bear-sized ducks.
Probably 10 bear-sized ducks.
Go to waronthehorizonband.com for more information about all the stuff they've got coming up.
Yep.
So, yeah. But thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. It was a special edition. It was very fun. So we'll see about doing something more like this in the future. Who knows? But, Matt, thank you so much for joining me. It was great having you on.
Thanks for having us, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
See you soon. Take it easy.
You too. Good night, everybody. Peace.
Peace.